Good afternoon and happy Sunday. I first would like to start off by saying thank you to John for thinking of me. Thank you for including me in this Beauty Within series. My name is Kiana Faris, and I am the only daughter of the fabulous Nancy Lopez. Today I'm going to tell you my story and a few things about me so that you can get to know me a little bit better and see the beauty that is within. I have grown up or been raised by a single mother in New Jersey for most of my life. I have an incredible mother, which is why I am fortunate enough to have the beauty within, because my mom is fabulous. And if you know Nancy, then you know exactly what I am talking about. If you don't know Nancy, well then you will know by the end of this series. My name is Kiana, and like I said, I'm the eldest of 3 children. I am my mother's only daughter, and I come from a Hispanic household, which is an important fact to know, especially when you understand almost the hierarchy of how women and men are treated in a Hispanic household. When I was a little girl, I was raised with both of my parents in Teaneck, New Jersey. And when I was a young adolescent, about 10 years old, my father had decided that it was time for him to leave our family. And as sad as it was in the time, I will fast forward you, but also rewind, because it probably was one of the best things that had happened in my life. Initially, that wasn't my reaction. When my father had left when I was a little girl, I was very upset. I was very frustrated. I was very scared. I was very confused. I was very hurt. I was in a lot of pain. I had a lot of doubt, and I had a lot of fear, which we know those are things that do not come from the Lord at all. He calls us to be strong and courageous. I was upset with not only just my father, but I was upset with everyone around me. I also had a lot of shame because of the situation. Like I said, there was 3 of us, and my father probably took everything from my mother except the 3 of us. Okay, keep that in mind. And I'm growing up and I'm upset. I'm mad at my father. I'm mad at my mother. I'm mad at myself. I'm mad at my brothers. I'm upset with my neighbors. I'm upset with the church. I'm upset with God. I was very upset. And at a young age, I had a very hard heart. Like I said, I was very upset. I was very frustrated. I had a lot of shame because of the situation. But fortunately enough, my mother was not only a great mother, my mom was a great father as well. Shout out to Nancy. And in my young age, I kind of found myself similar to Pharaoh. I mean, not at a young age, but at that young age, because my heart was hardened. It was rock. It wasn't soft. It wasn't nice. It wasn't welcoming. And I knew I had a gift. I knew I had a calling, similar to Jonah when he was sent to Nineveh, but I didn't want to be obedient. I was upset with my situation. I didn't think it was fair that I have the gift of gab. I'm able to talk to different people, but the people that I wanted to talk to, whether it be my mother or my father, things were different. So it wasn't the same. So I almost penalized everybody around me for the situation that I was in. Some of it knowingly, a lot of it unknowingly. And it took a long time for me to be obedient, for my heart to soften up, for me to understand that this was a necessary step in my testimony. When I was young, I blamed myself a lot. I couldn't understand why my father had done what he did. Was it stuff that was going on with him? Was it something with my mother? Was it me? Was he ashamed of me? Was he ashamed of my brothers? Whatever it was, I blamed a lot of people, and I tried to be like Jonah, and I'm given the instructions to still love people, to be obedient, to be welcoming, to stay in the church, and I chose to rebel for a very long time. I was in and out of the church for a long time. I fought with the church for a long time. I fought with my family for a long time. I fought with my brothers for a long time. I fought with myself for a very long time as well. And I definitely fought with God a lot when I was young, just about the situation and why could he allow this to happen. My mother did not deserve that. We did not deserve that. But ultimately, like I said, it was one of the best things that ever happened in my life, because Like I said, my mom was a great mother, but my mother was also a great father as well. She was very nurturing. She was very audacious. She was very courageous. She was also on the father's side a disciplinary. She was an authoritative figure as well. You knew when you saw us out in public that Miss Nancy did not play. And that was evident by having 3 children, young children, sitting down being quiet. So fast forward to my adulthood. I struggle with a lot of things, especially pride, especially when it comes to either feeling in a situation where I'm feeling disrespected, feeling hurt, feeling neglected. I tend to have a hard ego as well as a hard heart. And I'm grateful because my mother was a figure of courage. My mother is a figure of power, of strength in my life, and she's always been like that. And for a long time I used to fight because I'm thinking, okay, here I am thinking I'm all big and tough, and I wasn't big and tough. And so I fought with my mother. I was very rebellious. So my mom always had an audacious spirit. She was very courageous. My mom can watch a commercial. She can see people doing anything. It could be somebody cooking in the kitchen like Rachel Ray. It could be somebody constructing a new roof on a commercial building. It can be somebody cutting grass and then putting the sand in. My mom will look without hesitation and say, I can do that. And little did I know that that principle of I can do that, or that motive, that theme, would be instilled in me forever. So I am a serial entrepreneur. I've had businesses that are doing very well. I've had businesses that didn't do well. I've had businesses that didn't make it past the seed stage. And no matter how discouraged I felt, I knew I could do it. And it didn't matter who was in my way, because no weapon formed shall prosper. It doesn't matter what my challenges look like, because even David beat Goliath. So I knew that no matter what stood in my way, I can do all things through Christ. And if I want it, it will be mine. Especially if my heart is in the right place and my mind is in the right place, it will be mine. I do not have any doubts about that. I also have that spirit of being audacious, of having audacity, because there is no fear in when I step and when I move. There is no shame in when I step and when I move, because I have been released from those bondage of fear, of hesitation, of shame, of humility. I am not ashamed. I am not a product of my, oh wait, hold on. I'm not a victim to my circumstance, and I refuse to be defined by that. So it's okay that I grew up without a father, because I always had my Heavenly Father, and it did take me a while to realize that. But again, with the blessing I had, the privilege of being able to be raised by Nancy, I am not scared. I stand, or I'm sitting here, I'm courageous. I am understanding in who I am. I'm confident in who I am. There is no doubt. There is no fear. There is no imposter syndrome. Even when I feel like it's a slow day and I could have done better, at least I did what I've done, and I give every day to God, and I do the best that I can. And I've learned not to count the days, but to make the days count. Because when I was a little girl, I would count, okay, well, my dad hasn't been here in this many days. When is he coming back? What is going to happen? And now I don't count the days. I just make every day count, little by little. And I stay faithful, and God, in your obedience, I have been blessed. Or in my obedience, I have been blessed. And it has released me from, like I said, the burdens or the shackles of fear, of shame. So today I stand to you, or today I'm here in front of you, letting you know that no matter what stands in your way, that you can overcome it. You can do it. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you.